Yo, 5-color legendary cascade sounds kind of cool.
Yes. All right. What are we calling it?
Cascada. Because every time we touch, get this feeling.
Stop.
So that's Jodah the Unifier, right?
Jodah the Unifier, yes.
Jodah that every time we touch, he gets this feeling.
Okay, so we should play the new one that draws. And then we were just talking about is it Joyra? The
The Weatherlight Captain.
yeah. And then Rafik, right? Is that how it's called?
It's Reki.
Reki, sorry.
He's gonna Reki ya. And I think it's like when you cast a legendary spell from your hand. So that means any legendary. So that means even instant sorceries.
How do you spell it?
Reki.
And then what's the other one we were just talking about? The new Mardu one?
It is
It's one of the old. No. The other one. Dahada's good, but there's the legendary creature that comes with it that draws.
Oh, Shandai, Sleeper Scourge. Or Shanid? Shanid.
Yeah. It also gives them menace. Okay. Heroes Podium. The Great Henge is legendary.
Mm-hmm. Oh, did you want to run Kethis? You still make some cost less.
Yeah. What's the one that gives them +2/+2 and has like death touch and life?
It's Arvad the Cursed. What about Essica, God of the Tree?
Yes, 100%.
You want to do Wrath? That's the one that gives Historics Flash. Captain Ship's Mage, yeah, right top. Chulane is a creature that's legendary.
So I've heard. Maybe Muldrotha? Kenrith?
Those are indeed really good legendary creatures.
Atali? Svella? Selvala?
Part of the Wilds.
And then hold on, I thought Aurelia,
Mael-
and then we could play Helm of the Host.
Maelstrom Wanderer is a legendary that cascades twice. Let's get lots of cascade.
Gisela. Say that again.
What about Maelstrom Wanderer? Let's get
yeah.
super cascade. And it gives creatures haste too, which is kind of cool when we're like cascading.
Maybe a Modi? If we're playing enough big things? We would have to see afterwards if it's even good. I don't know. Maybe not a Modi. Hold on. So Muldrotha, Chulane.
You still want to run like Sisei Weatherlight Captain? Because I mean, it still gets us legendaries.
Golos? Lol.
Heck, Golos, go home. Surok Dragonclaw. Creatures can't be countered. And other creatures you control have trample.
What about like Ramos?
Oh, yeah, I guess because we can't. It does still cast it.
What about what's the one that you can't cast spells in your turn? Dragon Lord.
Tremoka. Oh, Urza's Ruinous Blast. Let's get the legendary spells. And it's Primeval's Glorious
Do
Rebirth.
we want to play that, or do we just want to play like Eerie Interlude? Because it's just better, right?
Primeval. Because that returns all the. Oh, yeah, true, right. It's just because it's legend. Well, no, the other one's better because it's a legendary, so it triggers Jodah. Because Jodah says legendary spell. It's Primeval's Glorious Rebirth. It's just like a nice reboot. I don't think we need the extra turn spell or the Vile Offering.
No, not Eerie Interlude. Eerie Ultimatum.
What about a Chroma's Memorial? That's legendary.
Is there any other like good like mana rocks that are legendary? Is Chromatic Orrery? Is that legendary?
It is.
And then
Mox Amber is technically.
do we want to play that? I mean,
That's a little hard to pull off. I mean, I guess some of the mana rocks, the Timeless Lotus, which is that other 5-drop new one that one's one of each color, is legendary. I think Nyx Lotus is legendary.
Yeah, but would you really want to play that?
No. Oh, what's that other new? The Relic of Legends is that thing that it lets you untap. Tap and untap legendary creature you control to add 1 mana of any color.
Say that again?
It's called Relic of
Relic
Legends.
of Legends, right. An Honorborn Shaku.
Yeah.
But it's not legendary.
No, but we're gonna miss a little bit.
We're still playing it. An Honorborn.
And I still think we probably still play like our normal like low cost like an Arcane Signet, Felwar Stone, because Felwar Stone we're a 5-color deck. Soul Ring and maybe Chromatic Lantern.
No, 100%.
Because like we can still run some land ramp, but like having the multiple artifact choices, I like.
How about Aurelia? No, not the War Leader. I mean, Avacyn.
What about Gisela? Yeah, tell me how, because there was an instance where someone misread how Gisela works. They thought that if they did 1 damage, it would still do 1 damage round because it was rounded up. It's like, no, it prevents damage rounded up. So you round up, so you take 1, divide it in half, 0.5, round up to 1, prevent 1 damage.
Oh, I already got Gisela.
Okay.
Yeah, Gisela's nuts. Alishnorn?
I like Mianorn.
Old Gnawbone? Klauth?
Yeah, for how expensive this deck's gonna be hella heavy. But yeah, Cloth is nice. Do we need to run like any smaller drops? Because like we still have to, or are we just gonna worry early game's just gonna be like rampant stuff?
Good question. We'll probably still want more creatures. I mean, at least more legendary things. Like, is there any planeswalkers we want to play? Because they work too.
Oh,
I got Dahada, but like, there's probably more that we could be playing.
you just want to like throw maybe just like a good one. It's just a good one we
There's
want to
got to
run.
be some more good creatures that we're not thinking of right now.
Um, Shalai, Voice of Plenty, gives you planeswalkers and other creatures hexproof and the board.
Oh God, how do you spell that?
It is SHA.
I got.
Well, then you guess you didn't need me.
That's right. No one.
Oh, why don't we run that thing that when? Oh no, because I guess maybe we don't want to run that. I was thinking about the dude that like when the things die, the Urborg dude. That whenever like a legendary dies, you could. Oh yeah, we can. The Radabrick of Urborg, or whatever his name is. Radadrabic of Urborg. Let's just run him.
Okay. Isn't Hoffrey the same way? Right?
Oh, he exiles it.
No. Read the bottom part.
Oh, okay. I see. Right. Okay. Oh, you. What about Fabro Elder and Bloom Tender?
I'm not 100% sure on Hoffrey and the Rotabrick, but yeah. So Bloom Tender, maybe Birds. Birds.
Oh, what? That's actually an idea. Vega the Watcher, because it's a low cost legendary, and then whenever you cast a spell from anywhere other than you hand, you draw a card. And because we constantly are going to be basically.
Oh, cause Cascade. Yeah. I gotcha. Yeah. Derek, we should be disappointed in ourselves.
What about Yoshimiro Ever Faithful?
Derek.
Whenever another legendary permanent enters the battlefield under your control, you put a +1 counter on it.
Our boy.
All right, Nezamami.
Say that again.
Yoshimaru Ever Faithful. It's the 1-drop 1/1 legendary dog that gets a +1 counter whenever a legendary permanent enters the battlefield.
That's $10.
Yeah, well, read it. Tribal legendaries, bro. You know how quickly that thing can get huge?
I don't know. That's probably fine.
It's also just a free, low-cost, free cascade.
There has to be some other ones we can play that are good.
Vorinclex?
There has to be more that draw. Do we want to be that guy and play Jin?
Yes.
I hate to say it, but Vorinclex is the only legendary creature that doubles mana.
This isn't a fun deck or a nice deck.
Oh God, how you?
Sakashima's legendary.
Which one is it? Voice of Hunger? Yes.
Is he only $16 right now?
Yeah, but I don't think Sakashima really does. Oh, which Sakashima? Like the one that copies?
Yeah, 1,000 Faces.
Okay. So we should probably run the normal like draw stuff, like Guardian Project.
Yeah. Oh, Dryad of the Elysian Grove.
Wait a minute. Derek, what's the name of the teamer guy that when you're cascading you can put a land into play?
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. Hold on, let me see. Well, I don't think it works with Jodah because we aren't it's not technically Cascade.
I have to read it. What is it called?
Let me find it. Averna the Castman. It says as you cascade, you may put a
Oh,
land
as
from
you
the mount.
cascade.
And unfortunately, it is not a cascade.
Nope.
And I guess legendary lands don't really matter for him, right? It's only
Nope.
legendary.
Mhm.
Oh, what if we run the other Jodah, the one that makes them cost like 5 mana to cast them? Because we have a lot of big things. So like just being like, okay, 5 mana cast, especially when we have like the one Lotus.
How do you spell it?
Sorry, let me see if I can find them. Oh, I know it's Godah. Oh, there he is.
Nimizipay rune?
Oh, I like. We don't run a ton of instant sorceries, but
Yeah,
I
but
guess we can make
it's
it.
it's also for them, Derek. It's not just us.
I know, I know.
All right, while you're doing that, I'm gonna start
Hmm.
doing the stuff. So we could do anguished unmaking. We could do generous gift.
Would you still run some land ramp?
Do you want to? We're pretty good on the ramp.
All right, then we'll just
And
like.
technically speaking, the land ramp would be better than running these, just because for the sheer fact that they won't get exiled with Ruinous Blast. But I mean, there's not already like not a ton of things that get exiled with Ruinous Blast as is. But we might go down one or two cards, but I mean, it's fine.
Oh no, mirror box stuff does give other legendary creatures you control +1/+1,
Yeah, but
but,
otherwise it doesn't
but it
do
doesn't do
anything.
anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not worth it. There's a enchantment that just gives legendaries +2/+2, but I don't think we need it. Oh, Cap no blocks.
Yes.
Love Cap no blocks. Okay, so let me start filling in the other stuff. So generous gift, anguish unmaking, assassin's trophy. And then void slime. Disallow. Mana drain. Counterspell. Oh, Rashmi. Rashmi's
Nope.
always busted.
Now
Even
watch me,
if
Nene. Yeah, actually, I really like Rosh. Me helps keep our hand get filled up. It's like a pseudo draw.
what else should we play? Sublime Epiphany. Definitely want Balaged and Seagate. Balaged, probably not Glasspool Mimic. Balaged, Seagate. Maybe, I don't know, another one that we really need.
We got our exotic orchard and world tree.
Do we think
I
the
don't.
hot is worth it?
Let me just read it real quick. Up to one target legendary creature you control the vicious living controls here. The top 4 cards really put any number of. I mean, it is basically kind of like a draw 4, and you create a treasure. Well, no, you don't create treasure for our deck, really. It's just an every now and then draw 4 or 3 or 2.
What about like a Whip of Erebos?
A whip. I mean,
Maybe
I
some
like
of
whip.
them.
That life gain can be a big deal.
And remember, the creatures get huge. Okay, so the World Tree. No. And then Urborg.
Yavi Maya.
No, not Coast. Why is it not coming up?
Isn't that Yavi Maya Cradle of Growth?
Why you gotta be difficult? Command Tower. Oh, what's the new legendary land?
Oh, the Plaza of Heroes. We got the exotic orchard. We got command tower. I
Wait,
guess
No,
we.
no, I forgot.
Oh, that's not bad.
I guess Reflecting Pool.
Yeah, actually, because we have so many like 5-color lands. Do you want to run triomes or no? You just want to go like shock lands or other lands? Or because we're not running land tutors, like is this just like we play like the all the
Battle Bond lands?
the battle bond lands and the 2-drop the turn 2 or turn 3 and 4 and 5 lands?
Well,
The
we could do the shocks, or the triumphs. I'd say the battle bonds, the shocks, and some combination of the triumphs, maybe.
because I think we just need enough to like make sure we hit our colors because we have a lot. Our colors are all over the place, and we have some expensive things.
So definitely some
Manlas.
some triumphs, maybe like 4 or 5.
And that's kind of why I wanted to slot in the other Jodah because he could help get things in for us.
Well, it's in there.
Yeah,
Oh,
there they are.
well, there's 5 of them. Probably the Sultai one and the
Well, and then
the
we have
Teamer.
the. Don't forget we have the other ones from
Right, but do we think any of these Teamer?
probably stuff with green
Hold on,
because like
let's look.
I still like the early game
It's
like
definitely
draw green ramp stuff.
there's not a lot of red, so probably it's looking like green, white, and blue,
Yeah, I guess green, white, blue.
and then black, and then red. Okay, so
So Bant. So we need Sprata's headquarters.
hold on. So any of these though, the junk one, yeah, right, in Dotha,
Yeah.
and then this one, right?
Yeah, and then we need a what's Sprata's headquarters is the Bant one.
I just saw it, and then maybe another one.
Um, maybe Jetmir, but we don't really have that much red. But we still need enough to like still see it for like 5-color stuff.
It's mostly green, white, black.
Uh,
We have
or
a
what
we have a
about?
decent amount of red. What about what?
I was saying, what's the Grixis Xandir's or Xander's what is it? The Xanderland because that's blue, red, black. Just to hit that side too.
Maybe just Jetmir's is fine, because you know it's like the green, white. Where it looks like we have a lot of green and white.
Jetmir's Garden.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of, like all the ones that like were mostly green, white, X, and like yeah,
So we're playing 4 triumphs. Yeah, that's fine. Then let's get in. Do we want to play any? Probably Reliquary Tower, right?
yeah,
Maybe Decanter.
yeah. I like This is definitely Decanter over a Thought Vessel deck because we need the colors.
And then let's go into the Battle Bond. Morphic Pool.
Oh, do
Rejuvenating.
you want to run a Path of Ancestry just because?
Just for the colors?
Yeah. And actually, how many like what's our commander types? Human wizard. We probably have a decent amount of humans. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Um,
Hold on, let me count. It's
I look for human or wizard.
yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
5,
6, 7, 8, 9,
10,
11.
11, 12, 13.
Yeah, 13.
That's actually not bad.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think it's worth to run it just to.
All right, so I got Morphic Pool and Rejuvenating Springs. So what are the rest of the Battle Bond lands?
Um, sorry, let me look them up.
We could probably just play all of them.
So the bond lands. So we have Sea of Clouds, Bountiful Promenade, Spire Garden, Luxury Suite, Vault of Champions,
Huh?
the Vault of Champions.
Oh, Vault. Oh my God.
My bad, B. A training center. Undergrowth Stadium. Spectator seating. And then you had Rejuvenating Springs. So spectator seating is the last one.
Okay, so we got 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9. Are we missing one? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Are we missing one?
Rejuvenating. Did you get Rejuvenating Spring?
I thought I did. Did I not put it in?
No, I don't. I don't see it.
I must. I was probably typing it in. Okay.
All right. Then Tundra.
You want to play Dual Lands?
No, wait. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Uh, I don't know. I guess.
We don't have to play all the rest shocks because we're playing 2 MDFCs, and we're at 26. So if we play 10 more, that would put us at 38 lands. So we could play 8 or 6 shocks and then like some utility lands if you think that there's anything else, like I don't know, like a Volta of the
there is the
Archangel
land that
or
Cascading Cataracts. It's 5 mana tap and make 5 mana in any combinations of colors. It's like that weird filter, but it also only adds colorless. So unless you have some, like if it's like our land in hand, it can get real awkward. The only other thing I can think of is the Undatake that makes 2 mana for legendaries, but you have to pay 2 life and it enters tapped. So it's just like you could also you could just play Ancient Tomb.
yeah.
No, I think let's just go make sure we'll just play colored lands and get colors.
Shock. So the rest of the shocks, and we'll play the ones that we consider the worst, which are probably the red, white, and the red, black ones. We won't play.
All right, so no red, no red, white, no red, black. So Temple Garden. Overgrown Tomb. Breeding Pool. AKA my butt. Stomping Ground. Hollowed Fountain. Watery Grave. What colors we say we miss? We're skipping the Sacred Foundry and what else?
And Blood Crypt.
Oh yeah, and then Godless Shrine. Oh, and then there's one more. Steam Vents.
Okay, so that should be 34 lands. All right. Probably gonna have a fuck ton of cards to cut. Yeah, 10. Okay, so do we want to keep the Mox Amber? You think?
Oh yeah, we could cut it. It doesn't ramp us right away, and we're not like a low curve.
The question is, do we need Bird?
Maybe.
Hold on, let me count. We were 1. That's 11 just up there. 12, 13, 14 with the Fabro, 15. All right, we don't need the doggo.
All right, bye, doggo. He's cute, but we don't need him. Also, he doesn't really cascade in anything.
Is this crazy? Are there no other enchantments we want to play?
You didn't put Zendikar Resurgent?
Oh, we could do that one. I mean, I just figured we didn't have like, we have the I mean, I guess we could play that.
It's also it helps with some draw stuff.
Owl is good. I think we can. Do you think cut the flash one, the one that gives flash?
I guess we could.
Like we're not like an ETB. Like we don't really do a ton for flash.
But mostly just to give them haste for our turn.
Do we think Hoffrey's bad?
Hoffrey is. Yeah, we can cut him. We don't really want them to die.
Because I think the other guy is a little better, but do we even think we need these? Like,
Yeah, sure. Right, that's right. Like we're not like going crazy shenanigans with it. It's just more so, hey, their effects are still around, kind of. But like, eh.
also we don't need to play like a win condition because our commander is the win condition. So she is the coat of arms. So, and God forbid we hit into Piero's podium. Like holy shit. But yeah, so 15, and then we have a lot of ramp. So maybe we cut like the bird and keep or the bird might be a little better because we play things with creatures. So maybe we cut like one of these, like either the Felwar Stone or like, but Felwar Stone can be used right away.
Yeah, and also like because we're 5-color deck, like it's gonna hit a lot of colors for us. It's sitting at a table.
But everything else pretty much hits everything too. So
True. Yeah.
except this, but this is too good to cut.
That's just plus. Maybe the Felwar is the worst because at least the
Are we
cantrip.
missing any other legendary tribal related cards that we're just not thinking of?
There are ones that have historic. They're just not as good. We hit the best ones. Like sure, there's also like the there's Karmic's Druidic Vow, which is the legendary that lets you cast
No, it's poopy.
but it just we don't need it for this deck. There's also Blackblade Reforged because it's equipped to legendary, costs less, but like I don't think we need it if we have our commander in play. And even without our commander in play, like also I guess we also don't need the Karmic Vow because we also have oh, you know, I was thinking we could run the other Sisay too.
Oh yeah, Captain. Yeah, why are we not? Yeah.
It's funny, like I mentioned the other Sisay. We're like, oh cool. But that one's also real good.
Okay, so we're still gonna cut 7. So we can definitely cut down on some of the ramp. But the question is, what do we cut? And we do
the Celestis
also,
is a mandatory discard.
Can talk about board wipes. So we have this and Urza's and Rift. So do we think we need this?
No, and the reason I thought that is because we also have Muldrotha. We just get Muldrotha into play, and then we're like, cool, our graveyard is it's better that it's all in our graveyard.
Right, but we have no creature that like you know we have no creature that we can like loop or anything. I mean, I put Seasons Past and Balaged, and then we have Muldrotha, right? And then the legendary guy that like can kind of play things, but like not well. How was Karadar warded?
The ghost one.
It's not the worst card in the universe.
No, but
but I mean, you know, this is just like 100 times better.
yeah, because it also lets us hit our other things too.
Okay. But the question is, do we think we need this and Rift? Like, is this?
I like Ruinous because it's easier to cast.
Right, but
It does hurt us though, I guess.
Do we think we need this?
Nah, I'm just okay with that. It's ultimate. It's just whatever. We don't really care. Its minus is just like a decent draw, but we have the draw package, so like, do we really are really hurting for more draw? And we also have Chew Lane.
Is this a deck that we're gonna cut this?
I don't know.
Or is Beast Whisperer a little? What about like Guardian? Because hold on, 1, 2, 3. I'm just looking at cards that draw 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 sources, technically 15, 16, and chromatic orrery, 17.
And then we have even more down, I think. And then we have what?
Seagate
Uh,
restoration.
yeah. So that's a lot of draw. That's like one like 20 cards almost. I have 100 card deck, and that means, and then we also minus the land. So that means probably like a third of all of our cards have the ability to draw cards.
Which is probably good.
Yeah.
I mean, that's usually how we like to build decks anyway, so.
Mm-hmm.
But we could probably cut down on one. We're definitely keeping the legendaries. Those aren't getting cut. That and Sfella are definitely staying. And then this and Bloom Tender. I guess Birds is better than Bloom Tender. No. No, it's not, because these make the total amount. So,
Yeah. So with our commander in play, they tap for 5.
We're at 106. There really is no other legendary artifacts that ramp.
Besides like the one I mentioned, or like I think, isn't Microsoft Lettuce? I mean, it's technically not ramp, but it makes color fixing not an issue.
We don't want to play that though, because that makes all of our stuff artifacts, right? So do we want to cut either of these or just keep?
Like I kind of really want to keep them, but like maybe they're not legendary, so they don't do anything if they're not in.
But I mean, we're still playing
so good.
we're still playing 38 creatures, so let's cut down on this first a little. Like I said, do we want to cut one of the ramps? I mean, technically, old Gnawbone is like a magical one of those as well. Maybe Ramos isn't that amazing. I mean, Ramos is pretty good actually.
Yeah.
It just casts our commander, and then like it's also kind of like a weird color fixing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, we do have another reanimate guy. And this is
yeah, right, yeah. Kenrith. I forgot Kenrith. What doesn't he do?
Yeah.
Be fair.
So we're probably fine in that department
between seasons. I did it the other day. Mm-hmm. I was playing the Kenrith deck, and not only did I hit Sphinx of the Second Sun, I also like, oh well, I think I got detutored for a Nyxbloom Ancient, and then drew a bunch of cards untapped, and what I ended up drawing off the top deck was the Sublime Epiphany. I'm like, and I had 11 gates at that point. The amount of mana that I could make, I was able to make 99 mana.
Clouth and Old Gnawbone are kind of disgusting in this deck because like they can make so much mana. Oh, I kind of forgot about Essica too. All right, we definitely need to cut down on some.
That's right. Other legendary creatures are. It makes every creature we have a mana dork if it's the front side.
So we definitely need to cut down on certain things. Maybe it is Bird, or maybe Bird's a little bit better than Felwar Stone. Because it's just always, and they're both gonna have something.
And it's a creature.
Yeah, so it works with like Tulane and maybe Ramos. If we have all this, maybe this is just doing it a little bit. I mean, there's the wet dream of Jodah, play 2 things, but like we have 2 mana doublers, but only land related doublers. Like maybe this should become a Nyxbloom, or like I don't know. I mean, Nyxbloom
because I don't think draw is going to be an issue. Maybe. Especially if Sakashima's like, yo, what's up, Reki, or one of the other draw things.
Because we do have a lot of things that tap for a good amount of mana, so like Nyxbloom would be kind of degenerate. Maybe Zendikar gets cut and we keep that.
But then also the mana.
Or maybe we just cut the Guardian and keep and play Nyxbloom.
I think it's actually going to be Guardian, as sad as that is.
Yeah. Because I mean, we always love Nyxbloom in these kind of decks, so you can't not play Nyxbloom Ancient.
Especially when we're sitting there with like a Sfella and.
Okay, so we're at 105, so we should still cut creatures because we're at 39.
Maybe Maelstrom Wanderer is just cute. It's like we're cascading, we're getting cat. That's
Wait,
also, but
what
then
do we think about
oh Ramos.
do we keep it or no?
It's cool mana generating, but I don't think mana is an issue for us.
So maybe it just goes in the maybe board.
Yeah, maybe.
And maybe you said the Maelstrom Wander? I mean, but the haste part is not the worst, you
Yeah,
know?
that's true. And honestly, like getting that just digs so far, and getting the dump like basically with our commander and play three other creatures. It's
Also,
that's
hold on, let me from your hand. Okay. They worded it well.
mhm.
Maybe we're cutting another mana ramp. Maybe it's bird. Uh or
I don't know, man. I don't know.
so we have two ways to gain life in this deck. If I'm looking correctly, it's well, some things have lifelink.
Yeah, and
And
then
then
Kenrith,
Kenrith can do it, and then there's the whip.
Avrad has lifelink, and that does matter when they get huge and they swing.
Hmm.
Mm. This is one of those things where like I don't think any cut becomes like good or bad. It's just like a matter of preference.
Mm-hmm. Would whip be better as like a true conviction?
I just want to. Well, I like the legendary, and I just worry about having too many high cost things.
I'm
It's
just
a nice
thinking.
like,
I'm just thinking that vigilance might be good because we're going to be attacking a lot. I was thinking maybe like a Heliod or like something that can give them vigilance.
but true conviction. Does true conviction vigilance? I thought it was double strike and lifelink.
I might be wrong. Yeah, double strike and lifelink. But Heliod gives vigilance.
Yeah,
And do you maybe this is the worst drawer that we have?
I guess it basically just refills the card in our hand.
Yeah, but I mean we're gonna have plenty of things that do that, right?
Yeah, we're also yeah. So like maybe we don't really need to worry about it like cycling one card each time when we have a like Rashmi just seems better because it's like one more mana. We basically either get to draw or we get to cast another card.
But then again, Vega is a legendary. Hmm. Hmm.
What like is maybe is like Elishtor like just looking bad like, compared to all these other creatures?
Yeah, I mean,
There,
I guess with our
or would I
commander,
rather, or would you rather keep Elishnorn and drop the Avrad because or Arvad whatever because Arvad is the same thing that just doesn't have the minus effect, but it's cost less. But like,
maybe we just cut a ramp and keep them both.
all right,
Like just cut the birds. Or do we keep birds and cut like a signet? What do you think?
Um, I don't know, man. Maybe like we don't need birds. Birds late game just maybe just is kind of okay. Doesn't tap right away.
Maybe not Eerie Interlude.
Maybe
I mean,
if we don't
most
have stuff in the graveyard, it just seems there. Because like we if say we draw it, and we don't have like that much in graveyard. It's like eh. One more card. All right, Tom. I'm leaving the last card to you. I'm I don't know.
there's just too many cards you can play in this deck.
Five colors, every color available to us. Of course not. We be nice and we take out the Vorinclex.
But it's a legendary.
We got the Nyx Bloom Ancient. We don't need Vorinclex. We'll make it fair.
But he's legendary. Fine. We'll be nice about the Vorinclex.
Well, yeah, we'll be nice. We'll cut out the degeneracy that is Vorinclex.
Okay.